So I just got an email from a girl named Estelle van der Lienden, and she wrote me this. My name is Estelle van der Lienden and I'm a high school art student studying at the Canadian International School in Singapore. For the past month I've been doing a comparative study on 3 artists relating to my topic of the awareness of animal cruelty. I've been looking and have been interested in your work, and I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions, and if you had the time, if you could answer them. This information would go into my art comparative for the IB. I don't know what an IB is. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Yeah, sure. Because many people ask me the same questions, and maybe others can do something with it as well. Okay, these are the questions about my dearest cat Pinkeltje, which would be rather helpful to her study, as she writes. First question. What influenced you to create the art piece My Dearest Cat Pinkeltje? Well, a few things. At that time I was still in art school, and I was kind of studying a culture in which we don't do anything ourselves anymore. So everything that we use, like every product, but also all the food we eat, is made by someone else, and we don't know how it works. So when we buy food, we don't know exactly what it is anymore. When we buy whatever kind of object, we don't know how it is made and of what it is made of, etc., etc. So we don't do anything ourselves anymore. Everything is done by someone else, usually in another country, far, far away. So that was the first thing. And the second thing was there was a discussion between vets. I think it was international. And it was about euthanizing animals, on how to do that and what kind of things to use. And of course they get an injection, but what do you inject them with? Well, there was discussion on whether things were painless or not. So this combination was there, and then my cat was really sick. Actually, she got really depressed, and usually you would bring the cat to a vet to give her an injection to euthanize her. But because of all the things that were going on in my head and in my mind, and the research I was doing, I was like, oh, I should do it myself. Also because he was really afraid of the vet, and it felt more honorable, more honest as well, to do it myself. So I broke her neck, which happened really fast. She was dead immediately. And to make her into a purse, because, well, it's common to make purses out of animals, right? Everyone knows that purses are made out of cows, and these cows are perfectly healthy. Because why? When you have an unhealthy cow, the skin will be, well, not pretty enough to make a beautiful purse, so they have to be really healthy. My cat was sick, so, but still her skin was pretty, actually. So that's why. Second question. The technique to create the piece. Well, it's like the skin of a cat. It's like fur, and I brought it to a specialist who can do like the preparations of the skin, and I used a sewing machine. That's it. What is the lining on the inside? Good question. Actually, I did use cow skin on the inside. Yeah. So My Dearest Cat Pinkeltje, the purse, is not made just out of a cat. It's also made out of a dead cow. Most people don't know that, but it is true. And also, there's a little piece of carton board in the bottom between the two skins. So you have like the fur, then you have the carton board, and then you have the leather skin. And also inside, to fill it up, there's like kind of a towel, and it has a text on it. It says www.tinkebell.com. Yes, it's pink. And what else? The lining, oh, that's the lining, yes. What does the color symbolize on the purse? Well, it was a very personal purse, right? It was My Dearest Cat Pinkeltje. And I wanted to use as much of her as possible. So I used the color because the color was like part of her, kind of like that, and to make it more personal. What else? How is texture used in your art piece, and what effect does it create for the audience? Texture? Well, of course it is fur, and it refers to my cat. I think it's like obvious, the texture of my cat, so it's very visible that it is really my cat. So it's like very, very, very important. What was the Dutch culture back when you created the piece? Well, back in the days, there was no internet. Well, there was internet. Well, back in the days there was no internet, but at the time that I made the purse, there was internet, but most people didn't use it. I was one of the early birds. So there was no such thing as going viral. So when I made the purse and I put it online on my website, it went viral, and that was very, very, very new, and I really didn't realize what was happening at that time. It was actually at the same time that another thing went viral. They had like two things that went viral, both cat related, on the internet, and the other one was bonsaikitten.com. You can Google it and you will find it same time. And yeah, that was a hoax. Mine wasn't. That was the difference. Dutch culture back. You know, there's a huge difference when there's internet and when there's no internet, right? And at that time I didn't really read the newspapers. I did watch the news though sometimes, but yeah, people, I think that's what you were asking for. People did think it was really, really, really weird to, well, kill my own cat and make it into a purse. I think that's the question you have, right? But still, for me it was really common, and also, well, not common, no, it was just a logical thing to do. Also because, well, it is logical to make stuff out of animals. Let that be very, very clear. What I didn't know at that time, but what I do know now, there's almost nothing that is made by man where there are no animals involved. Everything that glows a little bit, with like a little bit glim, has animals in it. For example, here I have these stickers. I'm sure there are animals in there, in the glue, but also because it's a bit soft like this. For example, this. There are animals in there. For example, this, made out of animals. Everything is made out of animals. Yeah. Okay. What else? What symbols are in your art piece? I don't know. No real symbols. No, it's just what it is. I'm quite pragmatic. Is there anything inside the purse? Is it lined? You already asked that and I already answered. Did the Dutch culture influence your artwork, and how so? Nah, not really Dutch culture. It's more, I think it's a worldwide thing of not knowing where your stuff comes from anymore, who made it and what it is made of. And that's, yes, that's modern society. Who is your intended audience when the piece was made? Is there an age to your intended audience, and do you have a contemporary audience? Well, when I made it, I didn't really think about that. I just wanted to show that there's a bit of hypocrisy in how we use one sort of animals to create versus clothes or whatever. And there's another kind of animal, for example a cat, that we see as part of our family. And that's weird because technically they both feel the same. You can both love them. You can both create them into a purse. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope this was helpful for you. Bye!